What's up, YouTube? So, anyway, what do I say? Something short because I don't want it to be 30 minutes or long. Okay, so my life, right? A couple days ago, y'all saw me on a walk, and that was great. Well, I joined a gym since then, and I love it. I joined a gym called Anytime Fitness. I've been doing their rowing machine and their cycling, and my body hurts. What is this video really about? So, it's about my life. It's about bullying. It's about love. It's about mental health. It's about everything in general. So, first thing is first. My name is Brandel. I will be 33 on Thursday. As you can tell, I'm a big girl. I have a double chin. I hate that. I wish I could just take some scissors and go and sew me back up and make me look super skinny. But that doesn't work because then I'd be in the hospital, right? I'm not a fan of this. I'm not a fan of my thick thighs. But you know what? I love myself. Now, and here's interesting. I said earlier I've been bullied, right? I think I mentioned it. Maybe not. But I've been bullied from 4th grade to even today. And I was bullied for being skinny. Now, a lot of people were like, oh, you were skinny? Yeah, I was skinny. And I have basically the physical proof right here. Right there. Right there. Even as a little kid. Okay, I used to be skinny. And you may ask how. I was born a chunky monkey. Then I have ADHD. I was on Ritalin, Adderall. I played sports all my life till I graduated. And the thing is when I graduated, I gave up sports, so I started gaining weight because I was still eating like all these carbs and everything, trying, whatever. And then I had a beautiful daughter who I placed for adoption in 2006. And I love her to death, and I love her family to death. Well, when that happened, around that time, I was 140 pounds when I got pregnant. I was 211. That was my heaviest ever. And then I got married, and I was 300 pounds when I got married. Right? Yeah. So, well, now I'm 265. Okay? In between all that, I've learned several things about myself. Okay? I'm almost 33, so yeah. I was diagnosed with depression. I have fatty liver disease. I have issues with my liver. I get kidney stones. I have anxiety so bad that I get what they call episodes, like seizures. Yeah. I have a lot of things wrong that I try to get myself in shape. So my doctor told me my liver right now, my enzymes are so highly elevated that it's a problem. And so I need to lose a good 100 pounds. And I eat healthy, but then I've had mishaps. And here's what I think's funny. People who diet have mishaps. There's not going to be 100% someone can follow a diet for 100%. And when you have a mishap, people just want to tear you down. Well, if you eat that, you're not going to find a husband. Okay. I hope whoever watches this hears me straight. I don't want another husband right now. I had one. I didn't like it. Just kidding. I did. I loved being married, but I didn't like the problems. So that's with my weight. So right now my goal is to lose 100 pounds by this time next year. And I really hope I do because I want to get rid of this and this. Okay, so the next thing is my love life. I don't have one. Well, I do and I don't. I have someone in my life who's amazing. who is my friend, who I would love to be my boyfriend, but we're kind of, that's not happening right now. And I lied to someone, actually. I actually lied to someone, and I told my friend about it, and this person wanted to know all about me, and I didn't really care to tell them about me, and so I lied and said I had a boyfriend. And I told my friend about it, and he was okay with it. Because he knew, he's my best friend. And he's like a boyfriend to me, but too busy, not in the right time, maybe one day. And I just think it's funny. Anyway, what I'm doing right now, my love life is non-existent because of what I'm doing right now. So there's that question. And I'm sorry, as the person who's watching that I lied to, I'm sorry. I just didn't really care for, and I really hope you're not watching, because I really don't care for you to watch my stuff anyway. But that's just me. Okay. Marriage. I touched a little bit about that. I was married on and off with a guy I've known him for 6 years now. On and off for 3, married for 2.5. I did some things in our relationship that hurt our relationship. He did some major things in our relationship that hurt our relationship. And it's funny because everyone's like, would you ever get back together with him? No. I don't care if he can change. I don't care if he has changed. No. I don't care if I've changed. No. There are some boundaries you don't cross in a friendship, in a relationship, and in a marriage, and in a family relationship. You don't cross any of those. And he crossed them. Certain things he said, crossed the line. Certain things he did, crossed the line. Certain things I said, crossed a certain line, but not the line that you can't come back from. You can't say you're invincible and mess up and think nothing's going to happen. Okay, enough of that. Do I wish him the best? Yes, I do. Do I wish that he finds happiness and moves on and does everything that he wants to do in his life? I do. And I hope he wishes me the same. I do. And that's really all I can say about that. So now on to mental health. I struggle with clinical depression. I struggle every day. I struggle with being bullied every day by family, by friends, by loved ones, by people who say they care. It started in 4th grade. It started off 5th grade. I was at Reeves Intermediate. No, it's Reeves Elementary now, but it was Reeves Intermediate. And I wrote a note to a guy I had a crush on. And then one of the girls copied my handwriting and kept writing notes to him. And it wasn't for me. And I got bullied for it. And I'm not proud of it because I got mad and I had just learned how to say certain cuss words. And so I cussed. And one of them, who I'm not mentioning because he's kind of known well around my town and I almost fell. And certain things, started recording them and making fun of me. And then I didn't quite understand that I was adopted at that time either. I didn't quite understand it. And we had Native Indian Day, and I was like, oh, I think my mom's Native Indian. And so then I got made fun of for someone saying, oh, well, you're Native Indian, so blah, 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 right? Okay. So that was retarded. And then in 6th grade, I did a project where you have to be you're a wax museum, right? You do a subject person, and then you stand there. And I did a Native Indian, and people were like, oh, isn't that funny? Well, it didn't help that anytime I got made fun of, I would just yell at them, or say a cuss word at them, or hit someone, or do something. So it didn't help me being bullied, right? And then junior high was the same. And then I started getting boyfriends in junior high, and I was getting bullied, and they were getting bullied for dating me so they wouldn't date me. There was one in particular, one guy, after my boyfriend and I broke up in the 7th grade, I found out years and years and years and years later that he actually liked me at that time. And he wanted to date me, but he was friends with my ex. And he didn't know how to do that. And I was getting bullied all the time, so that didn't help either. And he is my friend on Facebook, and he's still a great guy. And I wish him nothing but the best, too. And I have no ill towards pretty much any of my exes. But being bullied, to go back to subject, sorry, I got off a little. But being bullied made me depressed. Made me angry. Sorry, every time I look away, I'm trying not to get upset and cry. I got bullied so much that I came home on the bus crying. I would get a referral. I remember one time I liked a guy, and I said, oh, I had this dream to my friend, who I honestly thought was my friend. I had a dream about him, and I told her my dream, and then she went and told everyone on the bus, and I was like, oh my God, it was a dream. Like, why are you telling everyone? It was a dream. And so I got bullied on the bus for that. And I remember almost punching the guy for making fun of me. Then in high school came around, right? And I got bullied even more. So I would flirt with everybody because people would leave me alone if I started flirting with everybody. And then they would bully me because, oh, look at her. She's just, a hussy in lighter terms because she's flirting with everybody, so they won't bully her, whatever. Well, then I had a kid and I got depressed. I did what was right for my child, but then I got depressed. Then I got married and divorced and I got depressed. I am what they call suicidal, but not by suicide. What that means is I have suicidal thoughts. Like the other day, I was traveling somewhere and I said, well, what if I just put my car into first gear and let it go? And there was a train going by. Maybe that'd be okay. But then people, when I say stuff like that or tell people my feelings, oh my gosh, you should be on suicide watch. No, there's a difference. If I had this bottle right here of vitamins, I'm just going to take the whole entire bottle, which is hardly any left. I'm going to kill myself. No. Oh my God, no. I could put this whole bottle in front of me and it could be a major narcotic and I would look at it and be like, I'm tempted. But then I don't have the guts or courage to do it. Ask my mother. A few years ago, I was sleep deprived. I had 30 hours of overtime. Wasn't getting enough sleep. I had a ton of narcotics, from back injury to you name it. 4 bottles worth. And I remember yelling at my mother because I was so exhausted. I remember taking 4 bottles down to my mother and I tell her, if you don't take this, I may have the courage to kill myself. But I didn't. I'm still here today and I'm almost 33 and I was 27 at the time. Maybe 26. Don't know. Someone with clinical depression will always have these thoughts. Always have these thoughts. It's whether or not they act on them, and I will never act on them. Here's why. I'm too much of a wuss to do it. First off. Second of all, I want to see my kid when she's 18. Third of all, I don't want to put my mother and father through that. Or my family. I can't do it. I just can't. Just can't. And what's even funnier today is the sermon today was about forgiveness. And it hit me hard because they asked if you could just wrap your hands around someone's neck, who would it be if you just can't forgive them? And they said maybe the Lord would just put a name. I didn't have to think of this person. I wasn't even thinking of anybody. And my ex popped in my head. Because there are certain things that my mental state, how I talked about my daughter all the time, because apparently I'm not getting into that. And that's what I have to forgive him for. And then there was me also. If I could just strangle someone, I would strangle myself in a certain way of my emotions, because I need to forgive everybody. I can't just have hate towards everybody. You know what I mean? So this video basically is an update on my love life, mental life,